Hey guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell to be updated when new videos will be uploaded. Hello everyone, this is Sapphire Morningstar. I'm here with episode 1 of The Gifted, season 1, titled, first episode titled Exposed. So in this episode, we are basically, it starts off with a mutant running away from the police. We find out that, that the mutant name is Blink. Well, her birth name is Clarice, but if you ever read any of the comics, or I think was she in one of the cartoons? Was she in the cartoon? I don't know. I think she probably was in either the X-Men from the 90s, because I don't think she was in X-Men Evolutions. But her character is pretty much, her mutant name is Blink. So essentially, she's running from the police. She ends up being found by Marcos, Lorna, and Thunderbird. That's his mutant name. I can't remember his birth name. So they end up finding her and trying to help her escape. Marcos ended up getting shot in the arm, and Lorna gets all angry. That's his girlfriend, and she uses her abilities to pretty much almost kill the officer until they hit her with some tasers, and then she is captured and the rest escape. We are then also introduced to the Strucker family. So you have the father, Reed. He's played by the actor who played Bill Compton in True Blood. If you ever seen True Blood. So essentially he is a prosecutor. He prosecutes against mutants. And he prosecutes against mutants. His wife, they really never, now to think about it, they really never explain what the mom does. I'm gonna assume maybe she's a housewife. I'm just assuming that because they I've seen any sort of career or anything for her. So anyway, he's prosecuting mutants, so he ends up meeting up with Lorna. And tell her, basically what the deal is, like, let us know, we'll get you a little of a sentence, then trying to, pretty much murder an officer and helping the fugitive escape. And he reveals to her that she is actually pregnant to try to get her to hopefully, strike a deal, I guess you could say. Then you have their 2 children, Lauren and Andy. They both go to kids. They both go to school. They both go to kids. How you gonna go to a kid? But anyway, they both go to high school, and Andy is being bullied at school. So what happens is, that night they go to the school dance. The sister, she's chilling with her boyfriend. Get on the dance floor. They grooving on the dance floor. This. Andy, he's trying to enjoy himself, but then he sees his bullies. Now, this is my thing I hate about this. Like, you're at a dance. Do you instead of, trying to enjoy yourself, you're going to sit here and bully this kid? Really? Like, who goes to a dance and not to enjoy themselves, but to bully somebody else? Like, really? Who goes to, that's like me going to a club, getting all dressed up and not enjoying myself. I'm just there having resting bitch face all day. That's stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? This is like, why even waste your time going to a dance? So anyway, they take Andy into the locker room, start bullying him, and that's when his mutant powers emerge. And then Lauren, trying to get to her brother, that's when we see that she's also a mutant, which you see her abilities. And so they end up going home. Somebody ends up telling, because once somebody at the school saw y'all use your power, so they end up calling, notifying the authorities. And so the kids get home. They tell their mother, Catelyn, look, we're mutants. Mom freaks out like, what? I mean, because you gotta think about it, that's weird. But then again, with the current tensions that's around mutants, you kind of don't want to tell nobody a mutant. So of course, Synopsis come. They try to take the kids. They all escape. Catelyn, Andy, and Lauren escape. They end up calling Reed on the phone. Well, the mom ends up calling Reed on the phone, like, yo, Reed. And he's like, it's a curious thing. She's like, no, you're not understanding what I'm trying to say. Because she's in the second shot. She just found out the kid's a mutant. Now you got police, FBI. There's a government agency chasing them. So she's freaking out. So she pretty much tells her husband, "Our kids are mutants. They're the mutants that they're calling terror." Then the thing that's the killer too. When it's on the news report, it says this because they messed up. That high school was messed up, and they tore up that high school. That high school gym. So on the news, it's called a mutant terrorist attack. It was not a terrorist attack. It was a child that was being bullied, and his powers merged. Because that's how, if you remember, if you ever watched the first X-Men film, that's basically how they explained the X gene sort of happens. It happens.
The beginnings of another stage of human evolution. These mutations manifest at puberty and are often triggered by periods of heightened emotional stress.
Thank you, Miss Gray.
Reed is trying to figure out how to get his family safely across the border because his wife tells him that the Sentinel Service is after him, and he's like, "Yeah, we gotta get the basic what his skills is as a prosecutor is not gonna help his children at this point. They need to get across the border because they're dealing with now a government level, mutant police, I guess you could say." So he ends up contacting, what's his name? Marcos. Marcos is a mutant who has the ability to absorb and manipulate photons. Kind of like, guess he's essentially like light, I guess you could say. So he's dating Lorna, who's also known as Polaris, and in the comics, she is also the daughter of Magneto. So, Magneto gets around. Anyway, so he ends up Reed ends up calling Marcos, and he set up a little meeting. So basically, Reed makes a deal with Marcos. Look, get my family across the border, and I'll help you get your girl out. Essentially, right? That's basically the deal they make. So they meet up at this spot. Only find out Sentinel Services on their tails, and they try to run away. They escape via Clarissa. She makes a portal, but Reed gets shot in the back, and he ends up getting caught by the Sentinel Services while his family and everybody else escape safely. So that's pretty much all for episode 1 of season 1 of The Gifted, titled Exposed. In the first season, there's only 13 episodes. I'm not sure how many episodes are going to be in season 2, but it's definitely interesting. And the character that you are introduced to are Reed Strucker, Catelyn Strucker, Marcos, Lauren, Andy Strucker. You got Jace Turner. That's the main one who's that's a Sentinel agent, Sentinel Service agent that's after them. You got Clarice. That's the name, John Proudstar. That's the one I call Thunderbird. And then, of course, you got Lorna Dane. And throughout the rest of the season, we're going to be introduced to some more mutants. And season 2 will be premiering September 25th. So that's definitely going to be interesting. Especially with the way season 1 ended. I'm like, what? Yeah. Anyway, comment, rate, subscribe. And I'll see you guys for episode 2 of The Gifted. Bye.